Back with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, 1920 German campaign. Into the last episode, one of our battleships, the Saxon, tried for the second time to engage the British battleship Anson. Again, unsuccessfully. The Anson just, for the second time in a row, just turned and ran. And into the episode while just waiting for the clock to run out on the battle. Nothing more happened. That is exactly what occurred. I have not advanced to the next month yet. We're still in that same month. And Brandenburg actually did finish a month earlier than projected. Last month it said 2 months to go, expected a June commissioning. In fact, she's commissioned now, sitting in Palau in the Baltic. So we've just added 36,300 tons to our overall fleet. I am going to go ahead and retire the 4 remaining old Cologne class cruisers. And I'm going to free up these sailors. These are all veteran crews. Because of the addition of Brandenburg, I do not believe that this action is going to drop us back below the blockade threshold, especially since the British have lost a number of light cruisers of their own recently. Sperber never had a fight, but she was ready if called. Her services are appreciated. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to momentarily... Brandenburg came in with cadet crews. And now from that... from all those freed up sailors, the average proficiency in the pool now is regular. So I'm going to momentarily 0 Brandenburg. And then pop her back up. And now she is regular. At that training level, I see no reason to let her sit over in the Baltic. Let's bring her over to Emden. What's sitting here in Danzig? Let's bring Dessau just now commissioned as well. To the point where's Dessau? Dessau came in with green. While before this crew pool gets diluted, let's do the same thing with her. I don't know if it'll let me. No, okay, she's at sea. Should have, yeah, okay. Shouldn't have done that. Friedrich Karl. Let's do it with her. Good. Hansa, same. Okay, it's slowly getting diluted now. Trained. Average training trained, okay. Oops. How about Prince Heinrich? Trained. Kaiser and Augusta? Trained. Hansa? Trained. Blucher's up to seasoned. Nice. Friedrich Karl, regular. Dessau, regular. Nope, Dessau's green. Oh, right. Can't. She's at sea. How about some of these lights? Okay, that's Dessau. Bremen regular, 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 regular. Wiesbaden repairing. see if we can get up to trained on Nuremberg. We can. I'm just looking for if there's any other greens. Okay. Now, when we go to next turn, I'm kind of wondering what happens to 8,900 sailors. Are they just going to poof disappear? Or is this going to be persistent? Like, it may just be, hey, we've got too much manpower, and it just releases a bunch of sailors back into the civilian world. I don't know. Sure help the finances. And what can I do with that surplus? We've got almost 100 million in reserve, plus making 11 million, well, almost 12 million per month. I've talked about this already. I think what I'd like to do eventually is these 4 original battleships. I would like all of them replaced with Gneisenau's. We're building 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more building. And I would also like to replace the 2 original battlecruisers with Prinz Eitel class. 1 building. Check the finances. Yeah, still 8 million. Let's build 1 more Prinz Eitel Friedrich battlecruiser. Smaller guns, but these newer ships are much more stable, much more accurate, faster. Better armored, at least in the case of the battlecruisers. Did I already click it? Did I build it already? No. Okay. So we have a total of 4 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, 2 light cruisers, all building at the same time with a healthy, still, monthly surplus. This is a good situation to be in. I hope we can maintain it. All right. And they can all commission in the Baltic. I'm probably not gonna, let them sit there to train up, but Palau's a big port, and it's good. And so there's, like if I had them building in Wilhelmshaven or Emden or something, we haven't had capacity problems. With more battleships coming online and fewer ships kind of sinking through battles, we might eventually get to a point where some of these ports could be close to capacity, which would then cause some minor problems if we then commissioned a ship into those ports. Okay. On to June 1922. Britain lost the transport, and no, we did not drop ourselves below blockade threshold. Battleship versus battleship, and this time that might be the Brandenburg. Nope, Saxon again. This time going up against the Canada, which is still one of those original legacy class. It's not a new design. Well, I said I was going to do this last time around. We know she's going to run. We're not going to actually do anything here. But let's see if just in the auto-resolve 15-inch guns went out. Yeah, kinda. Light versus medium. If you got a little bit more victory points. It's a draw. They'll spend more money fixing Canada than we will fixing Saxon. Hardly decisive, but it's a little bit better than what we had before. Okay. Back down to 19 ships because of the decommissioning of those light cruisers, but we have eight ships building, 6 of which are capital. I think the fleet's fine for now. Once these ships hit the fleet, I think we're really going to start kind of taking it to the British, in the sense that we'll start spending less money on shipbuilding, and we'll use some of the surplus money for sea control, particularly with capital ships seeking those 1v1 battles, except now in a situation where we're going to catch them and knock them out and start really degrading the British Empire's naval, degrading their fleet size and tonnage, and maybe even turn the tables and eventually blockade them. It's possible. On to July. Okay, completed a couple repairs. Back to a nice surplus here. Saxon's already back in the fleet. It kind of feels like maybe the British were once in sea control, and maybe they've pulled back to more ships in being. Their navy's led by Jellicoe, who got in trouble with the Prime Minister a couple of times for spending too much money, but he was really pressing, trying to finally put us over the edge. It came very close, but that gamble failed, and one might surmise that they've got some budget issues on their side as well. Maybe they've pulled back to in being as a result. I don't know. Speculation. I don't know how the AI works this stuff. Can't see it. Let's pop one more month. Lost a transport. What is it? How is our transport? Okay, we're at 112. So we're growing. Economy's grown, which means our budget has grown a little bit. Unrest is down. Prestige is improving. Okay. Still good trajectories on both of those. I don't know that we really need the money, but I don't think we really need to spend money on further boosting transport capacity at the moment. I'm just going to let this slide down to a 0.40% rate. A little bit more surplus from that. October 1922, and we just finished construction of Gneisenau. Okay, and she is coming in with a regular crew. Good stuff. Oh yeah, that crew pull did stay persistent. And the average training level has actually gone up. It was down to trained, and now it's back up to regular. We didn't scrap any more ships. That kind of makes me wonder, does maxing the crew train, does that train sailors in the pool as well? I'd never noticed that before. It was only recently that I noticed that there's even a tooltip if you mouse over this thing. Okay, well, if that's true, I don't hate that. British lost 2, we lost 1. Okay. Where is Gneisenau? The Wiesbaden and the Gneisenau over to the North Sea. And we've kind of moved through 1922 lickety-split. I think we've gone like 5 months here without a battle. Suddenly the British don't want to fight. And they've now lost 4 transports. We do have a convoy battle here to end up the episode. It looks like a pretty big one. We've got 3 heavies and 1 of our new lights. Well, I mean, there are no old heavies or lights anymore. So 3 heavies and a light defending 1 transport. I assume it's important. Against 5 heavy cruisers. Our new ships are pretty good. That's a lot of heavy cruisers. Some of our old friends we've seen. There's Australia we've seen before. There's Bacante, which was the last British heavy cruiser we saw in battle. Okay, well, I'm not gonna not fight the battle, right? Don't really care if that transport lives or dies. RDF says this way. I don't know that I want to just go straight at them. We have equal caliber. The British are 9-inch armed as well. And of course, they're going to have a lot more guns. But I think I would prefer to try to let our accuracy, our presumed accuracy, play a role and not blunder right into 5 ships worth of torpedo spreads. There's no smaller ships, there's no destroyers, there's no light cruisers to worry about running in for a torpedo attack. I want everybody focus firing on one enemy, including Wiesbaden, which that's who she was shooting at anyway. Still 7.9 kilometers. A little bit closer to Hansa. These ships have standard range, so they're not 6 kilometer. We have 9 kilometer torpedoes. At least the heavies do. I believe Wiesbaden does have the fast 6 kilometer torpedoes. Bacante's had enough. She's falling out of line. She had some engine problems there for a while, but she did fix. Her rudder's out. She's below 50% for both structure and flotation. Still well out of their torpedo range. We've landed a lot more shots for a lot more damage. Our 9-inchers are fewer, but clearly superior in accuracy. Okay, distance is still good. I'd like to finish off Bacante and switch fire. She has become less of a threat, but I don't want her to kind of limp off into the distance and we wind up not finishing her off later. I don't believe she's going to fix that engine problem, though. Let's shift fire. Andromeda. Everybody. Bacante going. Nice. Just going to make a turn here, get everybody... I don't want to loop all the way around. I'd like to keep the formation near the leader, which is Andromeda. Hans is getting all their attention, but she seems to be weathering it pretty well. Kind of getting in torpedo range. Actually in torpedo range. Fired yet. Once it's taking a little bit of flooding. Oh, it's not bad. She's dewatered. No compartments destroyed yet. Now V-Spot is getting the attention. Detach. Or, no, well, you're on the... Here, just head off this way. Open the range. Let one of the heavies become the target again. Hopefully your smoke lasts a little longer. Where is Andromeda? Okay. Deneagle is now closer, so is Ariadne. Let's focus fire on Donegal. Donegal. I know that's an Irish county. I don't quite know how that's pronounced. Might get lucky. Let's have everybody go normal on torpedoes. If we can get 3 spreads in the water, maybe it'll hit one of these cruisers, even if it's not the one that's aimed at. Okay. Nancy, you gonna fire? Yeah. We got 3 torpedo spreads in the water. Let's see if something good happens. I'm going to turn around, not let the heavy cruisers get too far away from Wiesbaden, not let her get isolated. Okay, I don't think our torpedoes did anything there. Kind of kept her from getting in torpedo range, though. Hans is taking the brunt of the fire again, which makes sense. She's kind of the one closest to them. They don't care too much about Wiesbaden anymore. Save smoke in case they change their mind on that. How are they doing on ammo? Let's shift everybody to save. They do have a lot more ammo. Kind of getting at a point where we dealt what we're going to do. 7,000 damage, 1 sunk, 1 damaged, 2 damaged. Let's shift fire and try to finish off Andromeda with our remaining rounds, of which there are not too many. I believe Andromeda and Donegal are going to retire. I'm not 100% sure that these two are ready to give up. They haven't taken any damage. Hansa and Friedrich Karl are out of main battery ammo, both 9 and 8. And yeah, Prince Heinrich is too. I mean, okay. I mean, we've with 2 undamaged cruisers still in sight, I'm not going to just run up there and try to finish her off with secondaries. I think it's time to beat feet. Kind of wish I had put the increased ammo on these cruisers. They burned through those rounds. Okay. Ariadne and Australia no longer in sight. And neither of these show any sign of changing their mind. Andromeda, no doubt, is feeling pretty lucky that we ran out of ammo. Do I want to send... Nah. She's got engine damage. She can only make 20 knots. If she had full speed, I might consider making a torpedo run up there, but okay, I think that was a pretty good outcome. That's probably 5 times more damage dealt over about 3.5 many times the number of hits. 1 sunk, and I think one of those might be medium damage, the other might be light. Either way, good outcome for us. Nice job, cruisers. 1893 versus 34 victory points. That's a good outcome. And yeah, actually one is... And these colors don't always match what's shown on the campaign screen. This is showing 1 heavy, 1 medium. I kind of think it's going to be 1 light, 1 medium. And only light damage for any of ours. Yeah, medium and light. Well, no. Medium, medium. Andromeda and Deneagle, and then Ariadne apparently took some light damage as well. Okay, I think that will do it for this episode. It took us a long time to get through 1921, but we kind of breezed through 1922. On to 1923 in the next episode. Thanks for watching.